Hello everybody, how are you? Happy today. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I am so excited today, firstly because I've been wanting to repot my beautiful plants for a very long time, so that's for sure the very first thing, but also to be able to share them with you and just kind of give you a little bit of tips and tricks of what I've been learning through the years working at a florist and just owning my own business and working with a lot of plants and just being a crazy plant lady kind of a thing, and just learning along the way. So I'm super excited. I'm going to go through a few of the plants. I mean, everything you see here, except maybe a couple of the plants, they need to be repotted. I'm going to go through some of the plants that I have, talk to you about the names of them, how to take care of them, but also how to repot them and when do you know when you need to repot them. I have a few empty pots here, some plastic ones, some ceramics. And also, I often plant in plastic pots because I love the idea of taking my plants under the sink, in the sink, under the water, or in the shower kind of a thing, in the bathtub, and lay them there and let them just literally get a shower. So I try to get as many plastic pots as possible and place them into the a fancier pot after. Excuse the noise in the background. I have to have my window open because of Sasha, but there's a bit of a construction happening outside, so I hope it's not as distracting. Actually, let me close it a little bit more. I don't know if that made any difference, but anyways, so I have some of the bigger plants. I have a fiddle fig and I have a bird of paradise over there. I didn't have space to put it here. I'm going to repot those two because I'll show you one thing. Look at the bottom. Oh gosh. Look at the bottom of this. It's like screaming for being repotted. All the roots are coming out. That's definitely one of the big signs of plants wanting a bigger space. And you can repot them only if you have the space to give them more room to grow. Otherwise, they can just stay as small as you want, and you kind of direct them how big you want them to be for your spaces. But again, I feel like we're responsible for them. They want to grow, so we have to give them the chance to do that. Another thing is fertilizer. We'll talk about that. There's soil. I have a big bag of all-purpose soil, and you can get the organic ones. This one's a micro-grow. And I also have the fertilizer from Miracle-Gro. I should know better. I used to use this all the time at the florist. Okay, so let's get to it. I have a small fiddle plant, fiddle fig. I love it. It looks so pretty. I have this beautiful philodendron. It's from a Monstera family. Honestly, I got this a few weeks ago. And just in the few weeks, it's giving me, I think, 6 new leaves, and it has a couple more babies coming out. So this one's really wanting to grow. I have this beautiful peperonia. It's one of my favorite plants. You can tell it's super top heavy and it needs more space to grow. It's almost like tilting. So I definitely want to repot that. I have these ferns. Both of them are ferns. This is a silver, whatever specialty fern. This is just a regular one. I don't know a lot of ferns names. I think I've been just overwatering this a little bit, and it's getting a bit fried. Ferns are a little specific. They do need a lot of water. They love to be moist, and I spray most of these plants because they're tropical like every day, especially during the summer times. I always mist them every morning. Let's get started. I want to start potting these because, again, they've been waiting for me for a long time. I've been waiting to do this for a while, so I think we should just get started. I'm going to move things a little bit around just so it's not too many things in the way. I'm going to put a plastic here because I'm definitely going to make a big mess. You could just do a garbage bag, the base. The fiddle, I got this from Walmart, and I think this is big enough. And the fiddle, I think this is about a 10-inch pot, and this is about a 14-inch pot. So I'm giving it a little bit more room. It's also taller, so it will have more room to grow and for the roots to kind of expand further more. So which is, I feel like it's a good size for current time. I will probably have to repot it next year again into a bigger space if I wanted to grow wilder, because fiddles are just so fun. They do truly grow pretty wild. Okay, so how do we start? Again, because I'm using plastic pots, they all have holes. If you're potting it in pots that there's absolutely no hole, you have to put some rocks or charcoal, because they absorb the water and they make sure the plants are not overwatered. But again, I love this idea because I can control how much water I'm putting and it gets out of it, so I make sure everything is aligned. Another reason I love plastics, because it's lighter and it's not gonna make my back break, because it can get really heavy, especially with the bigger pots. And the soil is super heavy, so we want to make sure that is, I guess for me, is not too heavy for me to transport, and like water and stuff like that. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I like to use my hands. I know it feels good, to be honest with you. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna like fill up this base of the pot to a certain level, because of the pot that we're repotting is smaller, so I have to give it more soil. So we'll just kind of fill it up, maybe halfway, and then we'll fill it up after we plant the pot. So what I'm usually gonna do, I'm gonna make a smaller hole in the center and bring the soil, like most of the soil, to the side, so I can go ahead and plant the pot in there and then go on top and get more soil on top and make sure everything's aligned. I may have a little bit more than what I want, so I may get them emptied first. Okay, let's see. Hello, my beauty. So how you take out of the pot, the plant, is also another thing. You have to be very gentle. Just have to slowly. This is usually a two-person thing, not one person. Just want to make sure I'm not damaging the plant. So let's see. So you press it a little bit so it gets detached from the pot, and then try to pull it up slowly. I'm not gonna make a mess. Oh, there we are. Okay, hello, my baby. Yes, you need more space. Okay. Let's try to do this. Oh gosh. I need to undo this. Okay, this is great. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this where I want it to be in the center, and then go ahead and fill up the sides. You want to make sure it's as secured as possible, so don't be afraid to put more soil in there and press, okay? Like, it's all about making sure your plant is secured in the new pot. So just pour more soil and press down. Alrighty, so this is what the fiddle looks like. It looks pretty good. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna repot the other big one. Okay, so I'm gonna plant my philodendron. These are terracotta pots. I've actually tried to paint them white. Haven't done a good job on it, I know, but it's good for now. These smaller pots are easier, so you kind of squeeze a little bit on the bottom. This one you can tell it needs to be repotted too. Holy my! So cute. It's like, give me more space. kind of replanted some of these 4-inch pots into the bigger pots that were for philodendron and the peperonia, so I give them a little bit more space to grow and go wild. It's so fun. Now I can use them in other, I guess, nice pots that I have, like even in this one is pretty cute. Anyways, I want to talk to you guys about the fertilizer. A really good and easy one is these ones. It's called the Miracle Grow Plant Food Spikes, and these are just really good because it comes with a little thing like that and all these sticks that you get to kind of, you know, have. So what you usually want to do is when you take your plant under the water and give it a good shower, you make a little hole and just shove this in there, and this dissolves into the dirt and just gives it food and whatnot, which I will be doing that shortly. For the bigger pots, I will probably put 2. And it's just super easy, honestly. I mean, you could get the powder ones and measure them and like do them accordingly. But for the little knowledge that I have about plants and how I've been taking care of them, this has just been really good. It's just gotten a little bit soaked, to be honest. That's why it's a bit like soggy and messy, but it's a really good fertilizer. Also, this is not a sponsored video. I just wanted to say with the Miracle Grow, it just happened to be all in the same brand line. Let me know if you have any questions, honestly, because it's a big plant world. It's pretty huge and there's so many different plants that we all need to be, you know, learning about. But if you have anything specific that you want to ask, please go ahead. I will do my very best to answer. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment, let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope this was a value to you. Thank you so very much. I love you guys, and I'm sending lots of love and light to you and the whole world, because we all need it these days. And just equality, empathy, compassion, humanity, that's all there is. There's no difference between any of us, no matter what we have and what we don't have. Anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you very, very soon. Mwah. Bye.